Hi there. I'm here to answer a few of the questions that we had about online keyboarding in SAM. The first one, are you able to turn off the backspacing spacebar within SAM? You certainly can. So I'm in here in a SAM course that offers both Microsoft Office content as well as keyboarding. So how you would do this, you would actually go into the section or course that you've already created with our Sections tab. And the options for the preferences for our keyboarding drills are accessed through the edit options of your particular course. So here's a keyboarding course I've created. I'm going to click Edit. And there's a few things I can change here, but really where I want to look are the keyboarding preferences. So when I click keyboarding preferences, on the left you'll be able to see all of the types of keying exercises that you're probably used to from Microtype. They're over here on the left, and I can select any of these and decide what settings I want to change. So depending on what this exercise is, more of these settings will become available if it makes sense for that exercise. So you can see for warm-up, for example, the backspace is on. You can turn it off for students. So when I'm setting this here, this is going to apply to all warm-up exercises in my entire course. If I wanted to apply that to just one warm-up exercise, or maybe not all of them, but a few that I'm choosing, I would click into the Lessons tab, and I would be able to find that one particular exercise in that lesson and then change those settings. But usually you'll probably want to change them at a course level. So you can see skill building measurement, for example, I have the ability to turn that backspace on or off. This is also something that can be timed, so the standard setting is 2 minutes. I have the chance to change that, or the error allowance that students can have to allow them to move on. So changing settings, that's where you would do it, and the backspace option definitely is one for you. Your second question, do we have screenshots or detailed information on what types of assessments can be gathered? So yes, we have all of the different keying types here. The easiest place to do this, in the home screen in SAM, there's a lot of resources for teachers and students. I'm in an instructor account right now, so I'm going to see the teacher manuals as well. But you'll see here on the right, there are user manuals, and I want to look at the keyboarding one specifically. So if I open up this manual, I can search for, in here there's a page that shows you all of the keying exercises and what it's looking for. So I just checked, and you'll find that here on page 54 of the user manual. There's a section that shows keyboarding descriptions, keying drills. So this is showing you the kinds of reports that are available for each drill and what fields are going to be available in that report, so what kind of information it will give you. So for instance, for the individual performance report, this is really a report that is going to show how one student did on a particular lesson or exercise, and it will have all of these fields available. So it will tell you the course, the section, the teacher, the date that it was scheduled, the date that it was taken, how long it took the student to do that. The result will show you whether they completed it or not. You'll get the GWAM, depending. You'll get the number of errors that the student typed, the accuracy percentage, the amount of errors that are allowed to allow the student to move on, and the amount of time that they were given. So you'll see by different reports may show you different amount of information, but all of that is cataloged right here. So note that depending on the exercise, some of these fields will not be calculated just on what it is. So for instance, there are some keying drills that will not allow students to get something incorrect. They can't keep moving on and typing their line until they've gotten it all correct. So it won't have accuracy percentage for those assignments because it's always going to be 100. For the students to be able to pass it, they had to get 100% accuracy. So it does depend on the exercise which of these fields you'll see, but these are the fields that will be available in those reports. So your other question, does SAM keyboarding teach the number of strokes that are on the side of a traditional keyboard? This was a recent SAM enhancement. If I look at my lessons that are available, I would click into SAM assignments. I'll click my section again. So here's a keyboarding section. And all my lessons are right here. I can open them up and view them as a teacher if I'd like. But these are going to be called the numeric keyboarding assignment. So this is available If we open it up, I'm going to launch all. You'll see that there are numeric key exercises. Here's your screen where students are practicing. Here's your task list that will show you what you're doing. So here students are learning these numeric keys. And then there are also some numeric exercises that will then include numbers within that text. But those are certainly here. And your last question, do you have the ability to lock a lesson so students can't get further into the program? So when you create your course, automatically all of your lessons in the course are set up as always available, so students can get in them at any time. But as a teacher, you can set availability and due dates. You can turn any of these off so that students do not see them, and then you can turn them on whenever you want as well. So there's multiple ways you could do this. You could give things specific availability and due dates so that students are only getting into specific lessons during the week or the day that you want them to. Or you can just turn off everything except what you want them to be working on. And then when it's time for them to move on, you can turn on the lesson you want them to move to. So I'll show you, you would do that again in your sections by editing the preferences in the section. So I'm going to click my section again, keyboarding preferences, and this is where you're going to use that lessons tab as well. So you can see right here, all of these assignments, the always available is turned on. If I want to give it a specific due date and availability date, I would turn that off. So now I'm able to change that. And then I would click this dates security section. So now I can say, okay, maybe I want students to start working on this today, and they only have until Friday. I would click those dates, save and close, and now that's the only time that students will be able to get into this assignment. I could always go back in and change those dates if need be. I also can just turn this assignment off. So that's how you would do availability and due dates. If I don't want students to see it right now, I would just uncheck this from my course. So that means that it wouldn't be there. My students would not be able to see it. And maybe I want to open this up tomorrow. I can come back in here, check it, and now it'll be available. So there's kind of two different ways that you can do that, and both of those are in the sections preferences for lessons. Thanks so much for checking out this video.